How to succeed as an immigrant in the United Kingdom. Hello, my name is Chris Aniche, an immigrant originally from Nigeria. I came to the UK in September 2002. That's 20 years now. Having risen from doing menial job to now owning a big law firm in Canary Wharf, London, which is a highbrow area. Became a specialist accredited children's law solicitor, a family law accredited solicitor, a solicitor advocate, and a higher right of audience who has superior audience in the higher court. I'm an author and award-winning public speaker and currently a doctorate candidate. This video is to inspire you when you come into the UK. It's always possible to get to the top. As an immigrant like you, life in the UK can be indeed challenging. This video is for you if you like to overcome those challenges and become a successful immigrant. As an immigrant, I can tell you that settling in the UK can be tricky, most especially when you don't speak the language. You don't understand how things work. There are ways things work here in the UK. I like to share my top tips on succeeding as an immigrant in the United Kingdom, and I hope this video will help you on your road to success. So let's get started. Number 1, do some preliminary study on what to expect before or when you arrive. So for those who are coming, or if you're just coming, so questions like those that have a realistic strategy, a clear grasp of their requirement and talent, and have taken precaution to prevent potential disaster are the most successful immigrants. Yes, it's easy to get caught up in the thrills of moving to a new place and forget that not everything will be as expected or perfect as you want. There are numerous websites and publications available to assist you to obtain a sense of what it is like to live in the United Kingdom. A beautiful place to be in. It is critical to conduct your study ahead of time so that you are not overwhelmed by the new culture and the environment once you arrive here in the UK. This way you can become acquainted with some of the most noteworthy habits and oddities of the British life before you arrive, making your transition into living here as seamless as possible. Trust me. 2, study English. There's a quote that goes that learning a language is similar to learning to play the piano. The more practice you put in it, the better you become. If you want to succeed as an immigrant in the UK, you must learn some English. Learn how to speak English. English language is the language of business, education, and government in the UK. So you must be able to communicate well in order to advance or relate with others. Get that? And when you arrive in the UK knowing no English at all, that's not too bad. But there are numerous ways for you to learn the language quickly. There are even free classes accessible through schools or institutions, and if you prefer private lessons, there are many possibilities for you to learn the language. I'll give you some of them. Here are some of the English language learning websites. ABCYA. Who says you can't use something made for children? It includes a variety of instructional activities to help you improve your English particularly spellings and phonics. Activities for the ESL students. This website contains a wealth of grammar and vocabulary practice activities for students of all levels. From here, okay? Also, the BBC Learning English. This is one of the most useful resources for you. Don't worry, I'll provide them in my website, okay? In the video. There are numerous practice quizzes, questions, and games available on idioms, vocabulary, spellings, grammar, and much more for you. There's another one called the Duolingo. It is utilized by many students from all over the world. Levels of activities and practices are used. As you go, more harder activities will be assigned to you to help you improve your English language. There are numerous other excellent resources available to assist you in your English learning. Don't try to learn everything. You get that? Instead, be patient and take things slowly. And if you haven't had success with some of the solutions listed above, there are plenty more to choose from. You will be an advanced English speaker in no time if you put in that time, effort, and practice. Very critical. 3. Sort out your immigration situation as soon as possible. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. Remember, as an immigrant, you must resolve your immigration situation as soon as possible. Work visa, whether it's a work visa, your student visa, family visa, tourist visa, business visa, transit visa are all 6 basic categories of visas for foreigners. You will most likely be unable to work lawfully in the UK unless you obtain the right visa or type of leave to remain in the UK. Before you can start applying for a job, you also need a bank account, a mobile phone number they can contact you, and of course, an address since you can't live on the sky. Seek assistance from people who have already gone through the immigration procedure to the UK. They will be able to provide you with the essential information about the legal process. Speak or even find solicitors, maybe like me, or solicitors, immigration, including how much you need to find out from solicitors, how much it will cost, and how long it will take. They could also be able to inform you about any troubles they've had when they first came. So when you find out from people who have been here before, they will tell you about the nitty-gritties of staying here. Do not stay illegally. If you're coming here as a student, you should learn as much as you can about the university or the college that accepted you before leaving your homes. Just like I did 20 years ago. Go to their website because it contains useful information and material that should be able to answer many of your queries about living in the UK. 4. Create a personal vision for yourself. Your long-term objective. The vision must be followed by the venture. It is not enough to step up the stairs. We must step up the stairs. Your long-term goals and vision may differ from those of other immigrants who came to the UK similar as yourself or even your friends. For example, if you're working hard in school or university to become a medical doctor or lawyer or engineer, or your objective will definitely differ from those of someone who wants to acquire a job as quickly as possible so they can send money back home, maybe to Nigeria or to Asia or somewhere. So, it can be difficult to do anything if you don't have any clear goals. However, don't expect miracles to happen overnight. It takes time. Remember this? It takes time to adjust to your new surrounding after relocating abroad. But things will grow simpler for you and better in due course. 5. Make an effort to learn about local values and custom. Remember, cultural differences are interesting. They are what makes the world so colorful. It is also vital that you remember that because you were born in the UK doesn't mean because you weren't born in the UK doesn't mean you can become part of it or even help define it. You can define it even as an immigrant. You feel more at ease in the UK if you know your way around. Knowing the local history will help you understand what makes people think, making it simpler for you to blend. You need to blend in, because if you're not blending in, you're not standing out. You might even discover that some features of British culture correspond to aspects of your own culture. You should also learn about British food. Their drinks, they love the pubs, okay? As well as slangs, terminologies, and some of which you may have heard previously. For me, I couldn't hear some broken languages. One bit of advice I can give you is that while the people are typically kind, they may not appreciate strangers entering their houses unannounced or making jokes about local concerns. Remember that? They also expect people to respect their privacy, so refrain from asking too many questions if someone refuses to answer them. Remember. So, 6. Remember that you have a lot to offer to the UK. Never be scared of your abilities, your talent, or your ideas. They are the foundation of all human achievement. You may be coming from a different nation with different perspective on life, but that doesn't mean your abilities aren't important here. They most likely are. Britain needs immigrants like you to help build the diversity of its economy and its culture. You have the ability to offer new talents and ideas from your native nation that will benefit everyone. If you contribute your talent appropriately, you will discover that they are valued by both your community and your employers. So don't be scared to share your knowledge, your abilities, and your ideas with people. 7. Volunteer for free in the UK to gain UK experience. The nicest feeling in this world is knowing you are assisting somebody. Volunteering is a fantastic opportunity to hone this talent while learning about the British culture. If you have past work experience in the United Kingdom, you will have a better chance of obtaining work after immigrating here. Volunteering is key. Volunteering is also beneficial to your CV because it demonstrates your willingness to work hard for free, something employers always value. If you're unsure where to begin, try this. Try Match or Idealist. If you're searching for more formal volunteer opportunities, consider joining one of the following organizations. The Princess Trust is one of them. It's a non-profit organization that provides financial and social support to young people through mentoring and training programs. Another one is is the RSPCA, an animal protection non-profit that operates animal rescue centers throughout the United Kingdom and provides educational programs for both students and, of course, adults. Another one is the Royal National Lifeboat Institution. The Royal National Lifeboat Institution operates throughout the United Kingdom, providing emergency services at sea by boat or even helicopter anytime someone needs to be rescued, possibly you may save a life. So 8, begin a business, learn a trade, or return to school to reskill. Begin where you are, utilize what you have, do your best. In the UK, the ideal way to start a business is as a sole trader or in partnership. Company House allows you to register online or even through your mobile application, your mobile phone. Registration just takes only 3 to 6 hours, and there you have your company registered. You can do business. However, make sure that your firm name and address are accurately included if you're just starting out. It could be ideal to register as a sole trader until you're ready to expand, so you don't have to deal with many extra paperwork right away. For further information on registration fees, please visit the Company House. The website is www.uk-government.organization Company House. I'll put the information on my website. You also need an accountant to assist with taxes, bookkeeping, tax, so that everything works smoothly during tax session. Remember, you have to pay your tax. You will need to retrain if you have arrived from a nation where professional qualification is not recognized in the UK. You may be required to do this regardless of whether or not you have previously found a work. There are numerous short courses available for immigrants if you need to retrain, such as those offered by the City University of London, which offers courses in basic skills like English, maths, as well as more sophisticated courses like driving instruction, IT training, etc. For persons who have rarely arrived, people who have recently arrived in the UK and from abroad, the Government National Career Service provide advice on retraining opportunity, including apprenticeships. 8, be open to meeting with new people and making new acquaintances and new friends. Remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. This may seem apparent, but many immigrants make this error. They frequently presume that everyone else is the same as them and hence avoid attempting to merge with others. This, however, is not the case. The United Kingdom is made up of numerous different communities from all over the world, each with their own distinct way of life. You may believe that you know what everyone else thinks about everything, but this is simply not true unless you try talking to them and getting to know them much more better. If you're not from around here, chances are there will be many people who want to get to know you. Like I said, you are special. People in your neighborhood may find it much more exciting if you come from a different culture or background, because UK values diversity. Participate as much as possible in sports, in other community activities. It can help you meet individuals who share your interests, but it will also allow you to get involved in something that will keep you active and engaged in your new community. You can also try joining expat groups online or meeting up with other immigrants through similar friends. This way you won't feel like an oddball at parties, okay, or meetings. You may make sure you choose the appropriate friends and avoid negative people. Avoid them. Who are personally go nowhere. They are going nowhere. Remember this quotation that you are the average of the 5 individuals with whom you spend your majority of your time with, like my friend Les Brown would say. So, this could be friends, other immigrants, relative or professional people, or clubs that you are interested in. You learn from one another and broaden your understanding of what it means. For example, to be Nigerian, to be British, to be Indian, to be Pakistani, to be American, Canadian, or whatever your nationality. Don't know. You also learn about the culture, habits, eccentricities of this beautiful country. You move to which you help others also understand who you are, where you're coming from, vice versa. 9. Remember, this is important. Avoid debts and credit card misuse at all costs. Quotation: do not spend more money than you do not have. The United Kingdom has highly rigorous debt restriction. In fact, if you have a poor credit history or have been declared bankrupt in your native country, you may be unable to obtain a mortgage or even a credit card in the United Kingdom. If you have debts back home, it is better not to transfer them here, because doing so will simply make your matter worse. Trust me. You should also avoid incurring new debt while residing in the UK, because they will jeopardize your future credit rating. Remember that. This quotation: don't save what remains after spending, what remains after saving. You must be able to live independently in the UK for at least 6 months after arriving, so come with enough cash. Important. In fact, if you're not from Europe and you're traveling here to work, you will need at least £3,000 to £4,000 to cover your cost of your visas and healthcare, etc. You also require around £2,000 for rent for 2 months and bills. This is because the government wants to make sure you have enough money to support you and your family. Check the immigration website about the financial requirements. If you don't have enough money saved up and can't find work quickly, you may have problems with your visa status and may be compelled to leave this country if you're unable to sustain yourself and your family without recourse to public funds. Public funds are very tight. So, 10. Develop a never say die mindset. Give you this quotation: don't give up on your ambition. Continues to ride the wave of your enthusiasm, and one day you will take the flight. When faced with problems, it's all too easy to become discouraged, especially when we're located abroad or residing in the UK. However, if you want to prosper as an immigrant, you must cultivate a good attitude regarding your life generally. You will most certainly face numerous hurdles during your first few months in the UK, trust me. So stay positive and keep going. This means that even if you're faced with challenges such as lack of housing or employment prospects, you should not give up or give in easily, for things will get better soon. Keep trying until you find what works best for you. That's all for this video. I hope my advice piqued your interest about how best you can succeed in the United Kingdom as an immigrant. I wish you well. Best of luck on your future undertaking. Always remember you are uniquely created, uniquely and wonderfully created. Your success is guaranteed when you put in the right effort. Remember that. Please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Chris Aniche. Thank you very much.